Night shift is on. We figured some stuff out here. All right, it's a new day. Today's goals on the old Jeep of Ben's. What do we got? We got 1 week to the hammers.
Not even a week, but yeah.
Yep, 1 week, it needs to be on a trailer headed to California. So today's goals are exhaust and body lift and maybe some rock sliders. So we'll see what we can get done.
Next.
You like how I did that?
What?
I found something else to do while he did the lifting.
These are a little heavy. That one looks newer.
Yeah.
Or else that one was kind of straight.
We'll set the toe on this thing too so it actually tracks. A little more. A little more. Right there, you're on it. That's what the table's for. Then you can figure out all your tolerances.
See, we got to run an exhaust pipe over here through here somewhere.
Should be able to go right under the starter, right? Then we can take your tie rod off and we can gain a couple more inches up travel.
Yep. Put it on the other side in the front.
Yeah. Fun stuff. 4 feet of pipe. This is about to get crazy. We're gonna start bending this. We're working with some 2-inch tubing today. This is just a 5.3. It doesn't need a ton of breathing. 2 inch is gonna be plenty out of it. So we'll cut 4 feet and see what we can get done. That blade is killer. We're still on the same blade on that machine. It was basically gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut it off.
Cut it off and use that bend.
I'll use this bend and I'll build another one for the other.
Taking all the cab mounts out, so the cab body will just be unhooked.
Hello, sir. Come on in.
Then we can fix a couple of these bolts. We got to fix this one here. We're going to take spacers out. We're going to drop the body down. I want it as low to the ground as possible, and we'll go from there.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the gist of what we got going. I got to build this piece now. So we're building stuff. Hopefully it'll look like we knew what we were building when we're done.
Hey, I've got some food for you.
Hey.
You're welcome.
Favorite.
I know. That's bright. That's right.
Sunshiny day. I made her laugh. She thought I was funny.
She acknowledged your existence.
She did.
She must love you.
I'm gonna go cut that off. Tell me that's not sexy.
Well, it's looking pretty good.
I like it. Let's eat some food. Exhaust. It's fun.
Take a bite. This is what we did for Paul.
We're in here trying to make videos.
There's no point.
No, but I mean
watching the dog.
Summer gets here.
Talking about dog washing.
I like to wash.
And it's set up for
I just
dog
want to weld. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, they've
Nope.
got a rumor now.
No, I can't.
I'll say it. Right on the set.
Good job, Ben.
Everyone.
Hey, we have important stuff to talk about here.
Yeah, dog
the
wash.
dog wash.
So this is what happens when you guys complain that Michelle doesn't come to the shop enough. This is what we get.
See, it's loud when Michelle comes to the shop.
It's loud wherever Michelle's at. It's a well-known fact. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna weld that in. I'm happy with that one. All right, we're gonna hold this up, tack it in place. That was a failure. You get that at the proper angle on your transmission. I'll worry about this side.
Yeah, that'll work.
Nailing it, Kev. That's ugly. Good thing it's on Ben's Jeep.
Yeah, they'll just think I did it anyway. Why is your welding suck? I don't know. I'll blame it on Hunter.
What are you about to cut?
See, if you look right up through here, you can see the exhaust. We've got this little flange right in the way here.
What is that?
It's just for the bell housing. We don't need it. We're not putting one on it. So I'm just gonna cut this off. Aluminum's pretty stout. Not the tranny line.
Or the block.
Not the block. I won!
She's gonna be good. Now we'll put her up in there and try to build the Y. So we're gonna make this piece removable. I'll put a V-band collector right here on this so that we can take this out. If you have to service a starter, you're gonna have to pull this piece off. So. Ooh.
Hey, there's steering in the way.
Yeah, steering's coming off. Opened a whole nother can of worms.
Can we not just take it over the transmission, Ben?
Huh?
Can we just heat wrap it or whatever? Take it over the transmission.
No!
Alright, so we ran into some snags. We've got the steering is behind right now, the tire rod. We are currently going to move the steering to the front, run it across here. We're just going to cut this, shrink it in, move it closer to this front end, and then we're going to run the hydraulic steering off of this ram on the back side. We got to move the steering linkage to the bottom side of this because it binds.
Yeah, we're just, all of this will
Yeah.
be different.
We're doing all this so the exhaust will clear so it doesn't go over the top of the
Yeah, see,
transmission.
it's sitting right here.
So exhaust is in. It's going to be pretty sweet. And also once we move this, it's going to allow the front end to come up higher. So we can cut these Ori mounts off, probably drop 2 inches right here and get 2 inches more stuff out of this thing, which is lower to the ground.
Lower is better.
Well,
I'll pull this link off.
Yeah.
And then swap these.
Yep, pull both off and we'll turn it around and then you can take this off. I'll go find that other arm up there. Maybe we ought to go up and get your steering box off and get it put on here and get the steering dealt
Yeah, actually,
with.
we're going to have to move it anyway. Yeah, I'm not changing nothing.
Get Wally the lurker in the
I did.
background.
Still I'm getting her.
Got
Wally
you.
the lurker.
Hey, shit.
Look at that glare. That
I
could
wish I could
kill
zoom
you
in.
right now.
I remember that.
Dang.
What do you know?
She's got some.
I know
comment.
everything. You just asked me and I got an answer.
Why is Hunter the way he is?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Special.
stumped her.
Oh, the pause was.
She was
Can I-
trying to be politically
Can I
correct.
say He's just special.
Anybody, but
How
you
am
didn't
I-
care if you offended Hunter or not. You're just
Yeah,
like,
He has feelings. Come on.
No, he doesn't.
I'm good. Wow, look at that purse
Hey,
though.
Paul's got his man bag.
taking that back to Michelle and going to the bathroom. Peace out.
You should be able to just flip this around this way. You can't do that.
No. Doesn't.
The
doesn't-
taper's wrong.
I was gonna say. I
have to
looked
swap
at that and I was gonna
sides.
say, is that taper the wrong way?
Make it straight. It probably really won't matter
What
because
is-
that joint, where's the steering? Right here. Has a lot of angle in it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to see. Let me swap the other side and see what it looks like.
Gonna have to taper these the other way.
Yeah.
It's easy enough.
Just weld them and
Well, if you just move it to the bottom, you're fine.
yeah, as long as it clears, it won't matter, huh?
Yeah, we'll see.
We're gonna find out.
Lift that up. There, like that.
I don't fit in there, won't it?
Yeah, right. A little bindy on the.
The taper is a little much in it.
This is fun. I love rebuilding. Redo.
Where'd you guys find those?
These,
Yeah.
they were like robbed from another vehicle.
What
Toyota? Who needs a Toyota?
Toyota.
Never heard of her.
He's not getting his Toyota done. He'll be going to it and be like, "Where'd those parts go? I know I ordered them." Ben.
All right, now all we got to do is drill this out and then stick the bolt up through, mark that hole, take it back off, drill the hole in it, pin it, and start going together with this thing. We got to build a new tire rod too.
We got the part.
This tire rod's too short now. Yeah, hold it up there. It's going to be that much too short.
That's why you just chop squarely.
No, we ain't welding her. We're going to...
Did you see what happened with my
Well,
Jeep?
we probably will actually. What we're going
That's
to do,
what I did.
Landon, is just cut it off, take it to the lathe and chuck it up and cut that weld off of it and slide them off. Put in a new pipe.
On it.
Then the weld ends will stay the same. So
Just that easy.
you're good. Perfect.
Sweet. So
Now
you just
take
dab
a
of
little-
grease.
We did this right, Hunter?
That should slide in like gravy.
That'll work. There's that way. There's steering stop that way. Oh, it actually clears right here. We'll see. We're gonna get a tire rod put in here, and then we'll know if this clearance works. If that clearance works, then we're gonna cut these Ori mounts out and go right up to where this basically touches frame.
As far as we can go.
Yeah. This is
Stick
gonna
that.
mount somewhere. I don't know how it's gonna fit, but somewhere right there.
Yeah, you need about what, 1.5 inches.
Is that gonna hit the front?
No,
It's gonna clear, huh?
I bet it'll clear.
Is it hitting?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Maybe it's still on the top.
hey, that's even lined up.
It's close. It's not great. All right, we are currently figuring out how long the tire rod needs to be. Once he figures that out, I'm gonna take this tire rod and cut the bungs out of it. I'm gonna take this good old piece of rusty old drill pipe on the ground right here, cut it off, and make a tire rod out of it.
So what do we need towed in?
16th.
Oh, dang it. That's something 100 busted out.
That's it, huh?
That's where we want it.
All right,
So,
hold that in the center of that.
that one's just barely shorter, huh?
You in the center?
Yep.
56 and an 1/8 to the center. We'll tear that apart and build this one. So you guys wanted to know about some of these principles and rules of 3-link, 4-link. So I'll give you the basics on the steering real quick. So this is ride height. We have 4 inches of chrome showing right now. We want the drag link and the pan hard bar parallel, perfectly level, so that when you hit a bump, it's in its neutral position. So neutral meaning if it goes up an inch or down an inch, it's not going to change the front end side to side. So your typical driving, you hit a little bump. If it's like this and it's on an angle like it is currently here, it's going to move because it's already out of its neutral position. So it's going to try to pitch this front end side to side. So stand in front of this, Hunter. I'll lift it up, and you can actually watch the front end go that way and then come back as it comes down. You see that?
Moving
Yeah.
the cart.
So that's what we're trying to avoid. With these in a neutral position, you have a couple inches up and down before it starts to move. So that's our goal, is to get this set up parallel. So in order to do that, we've had to move all kinds of stuff. We're gonna have to rebuild this mount and the other mount for the panhard. We gotta lift this, lower that. We've got a bunch of work cut out for us tonight. All right, we're gonna cut these welds out. See if we can get this thing safety third. I'm just waiting to see a little bit of rust or something. Then we'll know we're through it. Oh, there it is. See that rust? Hallelujah, there's one. One down, one to go. Got him. I got a little bit of cleanup. It's not gonna thread all the way in, but it's gonna thread most of the way in, so.
We got some tools. We're gonna go get a gearbox. This right here. We've hopefully got a good one on my old Jeep. We're gonna know in a minute. We're gonna go pull it out. All right, let's go get some parts.
Are you light enough to stay on the top of the snow?
Hey.
Oh, he's. Come on, let's see how.
Oh. Yes. I'm fairly light. All right. Hey, why is it clear under there? Oh, it's right there.
Oh.
The problem is the spring's bent into it. Why would it be easy? we're gonna go get some more parts so we can, or tools, so we can cut this out. We don't have enough tools. Okay, we've got some more stuff. We got a jack, sawzall, let's go.
Right there.
Oh,
I don't know, you might be able to get one. Oh, it just came back down. You want me to send it up while you put her on?
yeah. She's gone.
Is this thing frozen to the ground or what?
Probably. Of course, I didn't bring the pry bar. Hercules pulled through with us right there, Harbor Freight. Appreciate that. Now, one pipe, gearbox is off. Okay, I'll cut that brace off and we are out of here. One gearbox to complete the next project. And we'll go back and put it on. We got parts. This is about all that was left of the Jeep. So we'll add these to the collection.
So while these guys were gone, I got the tire rod built and put in here. It's not welded, but all I gotta do is weld that thing in, and then I can mount ram, and then we can start building all the other stuff that has to work properly here. Fun. Thanks, Jace. You're mentoring me? I think that's called tormenting.
It goes either way.
I don't think.
That's cool.
You hang out with me long enough, you'll see all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Jace, push on that axle over there, please. Oh, there you got it. Don't twerk for us.
I'll do it.
Why would you want to see?
I mean, that's a whole different video than we put out, Jace. You're gonna have to get your own channel if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, because I just can't get behind that. Why do you think this one's so hard, Hunter?
I wonder why.
It's fine. It's working. First pass. Now let's make her stay. She should be.
It's hot.
It's not hot at all. Touch it.
How much did you make
good.
by Lincoln?
$100. Get your tongue out.
Ah, nah.
Yeah.
Make it 200. You got nah.
I guarantee you lick that, you're not tasting anything again. That's like the end all of tasting right there.
Yeah, you're finished your taster.
Yep, your tasters are untasties. Night shift is on. We figured some stuff out here. We've got this drag link setting pretty dang level. The tire rod, we made this shim for it, but it's not gonna work. We gotta cut it in half and move half of it below and half above. And then it clears here where it needs to clear. Then we gotta make our panhard bracket longer to come down. We need at least one more bolt hole in it. We're gonna move this one. So at full steer, this hits right here. So this one's gotta come backwards like 1 inch back. So I gotta cut all this bracket off, move it backwards 1 inch, and then probably while we have the other side cut off, we'll kick it backwards so it's parallel across the frame, and it'll just barely miss the front end. And meanwhile, while we're doing that, we're gonna cut these Ori mounts off, move everything up 2 inches, make our bump 2 inches up, and then we're back to exhaust, I think. That's what we started today. It morphed into a whole lot more. We've done her now. She's cut loose. I gotta trim 1 inch of that off, basically that line right across there. We'll weld it back on. Then we gotta extend this 4 inches. Yep.
Simple.
Just
Right.
it's more work. Ben, he's gonna tear this steering box off and put his on it. Midnight will be here shortly, and we're still just playing with the Jeep. So we're in the testing phase here. We've got this thing twisted up on the hoist. Everything seems to be happy right now. Nothing's hitting, binding. I mean, if we weren't on blocks that looked like they were about to fall, I would turn the tires, but they'll turn. Nothing's hitting. Everything looks good. So I think we're gonna let it down and finish building all the brackets and make this thing a home. So I don't even know what time it is. New development. Got the ram kind of mocked in place. It's actually gonna fit pretty sanitary up in there and work. So It's midnight. I'm done. We're gonna give the shop a 15-minute cool down. Make sure we got no fires. I'm going up and going to bed, have a shower. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, that was a pretty short night, really. We're back in the shop and we're back at this thing. Today's goal's actually getting the exhaust finished, possibly. The exhaust ran into the front end, so I had to start on the front end. So I think the front end is solved. After we slept on it last night, I came back, tightened the ram up. She functions. Everything's good. My panhard is flat, so I know it's gonna perform pretty predictable on the highway. So now it's just a matter of all the little braces and brackets we gotta build to make everything stay. We gotta brace these up because they're just gonna rip out of the frame. Front and back, both sides. Gotta brace this thing up on the inside. Ben's got a lot of brackets to cut, so he'll do that. I'm gonna run to this hardware store and get 6 of these that are about a 1/2 inch longer. They hold these in. I'll go get those while these guys are cutting brackets and get going.
Okay, there's a couple. Now for the infamous triangle. Yeah, we got 2 more of these brackets to make, and we got 4 of those to make.
Are you getting better at these?
Triangles.
Yeah, you getting better at these?
No. I haven't got, you see it's last. This one's good because it has another angle in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's even harder than a triangle, but it's easier. For
No, not for me.
Yeah, exactly, for some.
For some triangles, yeah.
Yeah.
Octagon, okay, I got that. Triangle,
Exactly.
no.
What are we doing, Hunter? We got deadlines to meet, so they brought out the big guns to like really meet the deadline, you know? That's right. So I'm cleaning up all of Ben's mistakes, pretty much. So seems like that's what we do every day, Hunter. Is clean up Ben's mistakes. Oh, wow. Building a triangle. See that? Ben would struggle with it. That's why Paul asked me.
Well, on the good starter side. We're good.
I messed up right there, so I went to the trash can.
Okay.
Well, other than that,
She'll grind. Yeah, I think that's a fair first piece. And it's on Ben's Jeep anyway.
right?
So, I mean,
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Check this out, Ben. Let's see what you got. Is that like perfect? No way. Hey,
He'll grind, but like,
no, that looks, hey, triangle plus.
we're getting all the gussets put in. Got these ones in. Hunter is working on the one I need for the tower right here. When he gets that one cut and ground, I'll weld it in.
I could just tap that one on the vise.
Yeah. If you hit it straight down on it, it comes right off. Like,
would you look
Yep.
at that?
all right, Hunter, how is she?
A little bit of gappage, but
That'll keep that thing on there. I'll weld it in, and front end is about handled. We'll put.
you.
Then it's turn it over to Ben and let him throw gear or lockers and axles and hubs, and we'll move on to exhaust. I can't imagine that thing can break off of there with all that gusset on it. That's a lot, I mean. But you do have your steering ram
Everything
and your track bar
pressing
off
from
of that. But you got this big piece on the front down here holding it. It's tied into this upright and that. I mean, if it breaks off, I'll tow you home with the tow truck.
Oh, thanks.
What are you doing?
I got one bracket in. Just doing more bracket. We got one for the rear. This one here. I need just a little bit more out of the center, so a little more.
I'm gonna get this old bumper off of here. I mean, it was probably pretty good for what this guy did with the Jeep, but for what Ben's gonna do with it, not up to task. So jerk that thing off of there. Oh, you got it. All right, these little holes right here on a Jeep are the crumple zones for if you get in a crash. So like any good person, we're gonna weld those up so that if you bump something, a rock or something, it doesn't bend the frame in this. No more crumple zone in that side. Let's see what this sexy beast piece looks like on here. We're gonna have hold that thought.
Guess what we have room for?
We're gonna be able to mount that right there.
Would you look at that?
I think we can just put some little tabs right off of the
Right off the end of the bumper?
yeah, and just
Yeah, done.
zip bam boom, and she's there. That worked out slick. Thank you, Barnes. You came
Oh, yeah.
through clutch for us.
Making threads. Just gotta tap the rest of them. We'll make them nice.
Hey, Paul.
What you doing in the shop?
I just did payroll
Oh
from my phone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I like to get paid. Do I get paid?
You always get paid.
I just get stuff.
That's true. You do
Yeah.
get a lot of stuff.
But on a better note,
Look at this.
it steers. We did something right this week.
Yay!
Cool. How much slops it got?
Whatever that is.
That's moving box and
That's a gearbox.
yeah,
That's a high
that's not
flow
bad.
box.
So we're good. One more piece of the puzzle down.
We
So
did something.
we're getting there. All right, it's been a long day. Long 2 days, really. Steering is in. It actually functions. It does steering things. So next time you see the Jeep, we're gonna be putting exhaust on this thing. So we'll get exhaust on it. We got 5 days and counting till we load it on trailer. So we'll get her done. It'll get there. Just more work. Thanks for watching.